Hi guys, Hattiegurl here with a new video, and so my last video I purchased this one in a haul from Tuesday morning. It was super cheap and I absolutely love it. The only problem, or the problem that I've run into, is this the SophistiCut, which is this one only. Well, it is designed to cut pretty much only the thicker steel rule dies. And I personally don't use those a lot. I don't have a lot of them. So I had to try to figure out how I can get it to use the dies that I want to use, or that I use. So I went to the hardware store because I figured a good place to start. And well, while I was there, well, actually before I went, I kind of played around and I decided what I needed to find was some type of adapter plate that would be the same size as the die, right? And essentially this is the sandwich that you run through. So in order to use the smaller ones, I needed something that was this size. So I went to the hardware store, and I ended up in the section for glass and plexiglass. I purchased this piece of plexiglass. It was about 20 bucks, and it's a little bit thicker. Then again, so not as thick as the die, but it's a little bit thicker than the actual plates. Okay, so I had them then cut for me a line the size, extra plates like this. They cut them, I think I got 4 of them, and I still have like half of this left, and I'm going to use this half for replacing some of my really tweaked Cuttlebug and Big Shot plates. So same thing, just to have them cut it. And this stuff comes in different sizes, so it doesn't have to be this thick. But this is just what I was looking for. So let's get these out of the way here. And this is what I ended up with. So these are the plates that we cut from the plexiglass. When they cut them, it's kind of sealed in a little plastic, so they're all pretty and shiny. And this is one that I just haven't used yet. So to replace that die, I actually ended up needing about 3 of these. So my sandwich to run through here is 3 of my pieces of the plexiglass. And let's see here. So let's show you how, and it works perfectly. Some pieces here. Let's see. And we can run this through, but for me, it's like an answer to a lot of different questions for me, and as in replacing my Big Shot cutting pads. I won't be doing that anymore. And the pads for the SophistiCut I found on I found them on, where's the other plate? They oh, here. I found them on Amazon, sorry. And so for 2 replacement pads, it's $10. I have Prime, so I don't have to worry about the shipping, but to me that's still a bit much, especially now that I figured out it will cut this way, and sorry, this angle I'm trying to use this thing in is kind of awkward, so there we go. Alright, so just to get it started there, and just roll that right on through. Okay, super easy. And there we are. Awesome cut. Works like a charm. So if you end up getting the SophistiCut like I did for the great price, which I mean it's still great, it's awesome price, but it just ended up not supporting the dies that I use all the time. So this I find is a good fix for it. And the cuts are beautiful, just like, you know, like always. There you go, beautiful. And you can use it the same way as you do your big shot, so everything's the same. I have, depending on what I'm cutting, I still sometimes will need, you know, like our paper shim, so I got a couple of those. And this is a piece of rubber that when I use for the embossing dies, and you play with your sandwich just like normal. And let's see here. So, and all the cuts are the same. I mean, it's perfect. Okay, here's some. I'm not going to go cutting a lot of them, but pretty much works exactly like the Big Shot, and using the big foundation piece, only it's separate. And you could put a piece of double-sided tape in here and, you know, and make it one solid piece. I just chose not to, because then I just kind of shuffle them around. And I cut on them, you know, it doesn't make a difference. I will just cut more off of that piece when I need them. So I hope this helps, you know, anyone that found themselves in the predicament that I was in when I couldn't use, not being able to use the dies that I really like in a machine that I, you know, really like. So it has been the answer for me. And again, you can get them, get the sheets. They come smaller than the one that I had. They come thicker or thinner. I mean, so just all different sizes. You just go over to the hardware store and take a look and find the one that you're looking for, and you can make your SophistiCut or any other die cutting machine, or just replacing your dies. Will cut any of the dies out there. So hope this helps, guys. Any questions, please, you know, if you have any questions, just send me, you know, just let me know, and I will try to help. Thanks. Bye-bye.